So in this video, we're going to look at operations with functions, and we're just going to look at addition and subtraction. And then in our next video, we will look at division and multiplication. So when it comes to addition and subtraction, you can perform operations on functions in much the same way that you can perform those on numbers or expressions. So we can add, subtract, multiply, and divide. So here we go. We're going to combine like terms when we add. So these mean the same thing, okay? So if they give you something like you have a plus between the f and the g of x, or if you have the f of x plus the g of x, it's the same thing. You're adding the two, okay? So we're going to take and we're going to have 7x, plus 2. We're going to add that to x minus 5. So all we are doing is combining like terms. So the x's, 7x and 1x makes 8x, 2 and negative 5 makes negative 3. And that is our answer. So with subtraction, we do need to distribute that negative. So here's what it's going to look like. Let me get a different color here. So we're going to take our f minus our g. So we got to watch the order here, and we're going to put f first. So 7x plus 2 minus, and then our g, x minus 5. So this right here, we're going to distribute the negative. So 7x plus 2 minus x plus 5. And then we're going to combine like terms. So 7x minus x, that's a 6x. 2 plus 5, that's 7. And we're done. So very similar to addition, we just have to make sure we distribute that negative. All right, so let's take a look here at these problems. I want you to try these two on your own because they're pretty simple, like the ones that we just did of adding and subtracting. And then we'll take a look at number 2 together that has our quadratic, and then we'll finish up with some evaluating. So I want you to try this one right here, and then so push pause, try it, and then check your answer and see how you do. So adding, we're going to add all of our like terms here. So our x's should have gotten negative 2x, and then our numbers should have gotten plus 7. Now with subtraction, you should have distributed, so f of x goes first, then distributed that negative to each term in the g there. So 3x plus 1 plus 5x minus 6, and then combine your like terms. So 8x and then 1, and negative 6 is negative 5. 8x minus 5. All right, so let's take a look at this one. When it comes to adding these, we have our x squared plus 2x plus 1 plus negative 5x squared minus 4x plus 6. And then we are going to combine our like terms. So it looks like our like terms here, we have a 1x squared and a negative 5x squared. That's negative 4x squared. We have a 2x and a negative 4x. That's negative 2x. And then we have a 1 and a 6. That's going to make 7. And then with subtracting, so we still are going to have our f first, it looks like, and then we're going to be distributing our minus to every single term in the g function. So we're going to distribute, distribute, distribute. So that's going to give me a positive 5x squared, a positive 4x, and then a negative 6 or minus 6. And then I'll bring everything down from that first function. And now we'll combine our like terms. So 6x squared, and then we have a 6x, and then we have a negative 5. All right, so our last two are going to be when we evaluate. So we're going to do exactly what we did up above, but then we're going to plug in our 3 in for the x or variable at the end. So we're actually going to sub in our value at the end. But first, let's go ahead and just add them. So we have our x squared minus 2 plus x plus 4. So we're just going to combine those together. So x squared minus 2 plus x plus 4. And we can go ahead and looks like we have x squared and then our x. And then we can add these together to get a positive 2, but nothing else was able to be combined. So here we go. We're going to sub in our value. So what that's going to look like is instead of the x's, we're going to have a 3. 3 squared plus 3 plus 2. So 3 squared is 9 plus 3 plus 2, 9 plus 3, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 is our answer. So we're going to do the same thing with subtraction, and we're going to do our f, then minus, and then x plus 4, and we're going to distribute. So minus x minus 4, and then bring that down, combining our like terms. So it looks like we just are going to be combining negative 2 and negative 4 to get negative 6. And we're going to, again, sub in negative 3. So it's going to look like negative 3 squared minus negative 3 minus 6. And when I square negative 3, it becomes positive 9. This is a double negative that becomes a plus 3. So 6 plus 3 is 12, minus 6 is 6.